Bada bango bongo, it's Multiplier here with a fantastic video, great start to this one. Fantastic video telling you things that you didn't know that you wish you did because it's actually already built into Ableton. So what is going on? As you can probably guess from the title of the video, it is how to make crazy, weird space alien sound effects or something like that. I haven't really figured out what sound I'm going to make yet, but due to the wonders of editing, the sound I'm making in this video sounds like this. Pretty crazy. It sounds amazing. I don't know what it sounds like yet because I haven't made it. Let's make it now. It's using something called Granulator 2, which is actually built into the advanced version of Ableton, which is the Suite version, I think they call it. Yeah, it's built into the Max for Live bit. So yeah, Max for Live is in the Suite bit. You may be able to get it separately. I don't know. It's my job to know these things, but sometimes I don't. So I'm going to stop saying that. I'm going to use a different word. Now. There you go. Now, let's do Max for Live and then Max Instrument. This is a really cool thing, by the way, that you've probably overlooked because I overlooked it initially too. It's really cool though. Check it out. Granulator 2. I also need to learn some new adjectives because sometimes cool isn't quite descriptive enough. So Granulator 2, if you haven't seen Max for Live, it's almost like a plugin that's built into Ableton. So Max for Live runs kind of like a plugin, not technically like a plugin, but kind of like a plugin, but it's actually built into Ableton, kind of. So treat Max for Live as a plugin. So just like how you get plugin instruments, you get Max for Live instruments too, and Granulator 2 is one of those too. Lots of twos. Right, Granulator 2. What does Granulator 2 do? You grab a sample, throw it in there, it chops it up into grains, hence granulator. So it takes a sample, chops it up, and then it throws a bit of the thing over that way, spins it backwards, throws another grain over there, spins it sideways, throws another one over there. That one goes through a loop-de-loop. Then it throws one upwards, and that one's slow, throws one forwards, that one's fast, throws one in the air, throws two at the same time. It basically throws the grains about in a fun sort of way, which is pretty fun. So let's grab an entertaining sample because you can pretty much chuck in anything you like. Here you go. Dirty South vocals. These will be hilarious.
Get it, girls, just bounce that booty. Hey, yo, pop that pussy. Get it, girls, just bounce that booty.
Hilarious. Insert right away, I would say. So yeah, drag in the sample into Granulator, and then this is where the magic happens, as they say. Yeah, so how does Granulator 2 work in terms of all these different buttons? Look how many buttons there are. Wow, what is going on with all those buttons? It literally doesn't matter. I mean, if you want, you can learn what all the buttons do. But to be honest, I'm being totally for realsies serious right now. Just keep twisting them until it sounds cool. That is genuinely how the biggest guys in the world make music, including me. I mean, you kind of figure out what some of the buttons do when you start to think it through, and then you figure out which parameters become more useful to twiddle around with than others. But basically, conceptually, don't worry too much about all the craziness that's going on. So. And then what I'm going to do is keep playing around with stuff. So. Maybe what's some LFOs, turn that on. Scan. Curve. Key. Flip. Nope. Spray. Oh, this one's good. Yeah, see what I mean? Just by twiddling things, eventually one of them becomes more useful. In fact, you can even see what spray's doing. It's pulling out grains from different points in the sample, and then you've got like file position, moving the initial position through. So you can kind of figure out what they do, but yeah, just twiddle around with the buttons until it sounds cool. What the hell is that doing? What's that doing? No idea. Ooh, doing some frequency modulation. Oh. Now there's literally just noise coming out without me pressing the button. Cool. What is going on now? I have no idea. Ooh, this time's a good one. Is it? I've no idea. Okay, so after lots of button pressing, turns out that I had the grain on the wrong bit, so oh well. Now it's starting to sound more like a sound effect. So yeah, this button there, grain, quite a useful one it turns out. It's called granulator. I should have worked that out. I quite like that. That's cool. You know what? Let's grab a reverb, Toro Verb, because that's my favorite. Toro Verb, and yeah, Crystal Cave. Default, I like Crystal Caves. Coolies. Yeah, make sure the grain is like middle or something. Ooh, listen to that with your ears. And then it sounds a bit weird. I'm not quite sure. I've honestly no idea how this works. It keeps moving or something. Oh, stupid mouse glitch. This mouse sucks, by the way. And I paid full price for it because Razer wouldn't respond to my emails. Dicks. You know what? That sounds cool. So have a play around with Granulator 2 because it's probably already included in your version of Ableton, but yet you haven't played around with it. So grab Granulator 2, throw in some hilarious samples or some boring ones, entirely up to you. Throw some samples in there, play around with all the buttons, and then eventually something cool will come out, something like this. Fantastic.